This is the Connecting to Spirit podcast with your host, Susan Norton. Here you will find ways for you of connecting to Spirit. These are true stories. Welcome. So a while ago, I had broken a tooth in my upper left side of my mouth. It was pretty bad. I broke it on eating popcorn. And anyway, so I went to the dentist to see what could be done. And the tooth, I had killed it. So the doctor gave me options. And one of them was to have it extracted, to completely pull it out. And I decided to go ahead and have an implant put in, which is something they insert into the jaw. And it's a big process, and it takes over a year. So this is what happened with that story. As I was getting ready to go to the oral surgeon to have the tooth pulled, I began to talk to my body beforehand, and I let my body know that this amazing doctor was going to come and take that tooth that was hurting and give it to the earth. Like everything that is removed from our body is actually going back to Pachamama, Mother Earth. And I let my body know that we would have the hole, there would be a space there, and a brother tooth was coming. So we were making space, and it was a process. So I'm in the dentist chair, the doctor's chair, and I had Novocaine, and I wasn't blacked out or anything, or what is it, unconscious when they give you the anesthesia. I had Novocaine, so it was local. And this is a pretty big surgery, and anyone who's ever had this knows that's true. And as I got the Novocaine, first I relaxed my body, and I let my body know that Novocaine was going to help. And I relaxed I made myself just relax my belly and open my hands. And when the Novocaine came, I just relaxed so much because, of course, when we tighten up or are anxious, we actually create more pain in the body. So I knew enough to do that. And during the extraction, I was calling in angels and guides to work through the doctor, and that, thank you, sweet tooth. Thank you. You're going to the earth. Thank you so much. I really love you. Appreciate all that you've done. And to the jaw and the gums, thank you so much. We're going to have a brother tooth coming when this is done. So thank you. And it went pretty well. And I could feel they had to figure out how to get all of that out. It went reasonably well. And then after, the healing was quite quick. So I had to come back, I think it was, some weeks later they put something actually in your jaw. So they have to let the tooth heal enough, that space, and put something in your jaw. And I began ahead of time, just like, sweet, sweet baby, beautiful jaw. We're going to be putting in this metal parts that are going to hold this brother tooth that's coming. We're making a way for that. And by the way, after the first extraction, I had minimal swelling, quick recovery, and no problems. So then the day of the implant, again, it went really well. I have such a small mouth, and it seemed like that pieces of metal were so big to go in that little spot, but it went really well. So then you have to wait like a year before they actually can uncover it and screw on this thing that you can put the implant on. This is all very big deal. So I asked the doctor at the end of when he installed the hardware into my jaw, I said, what do I do? What can I do to help this? He goes, grow bone. I'm like, okay, that's awesome. So I have something to focus on. And if you don't grow the bone, the implant can't take. And I'm 63 right now. Growing bones is perhaps not what most people would expect a body to do. So I talked to my body. Of course, I had calcium and took care of myself, but I kept preparing my mouth. I put my hand up by my jaw and that mouth, and I said, I love you so much. We're going to grow bone around that beautiful metal implant so that we can welcome our brother tooth coming like a foster child or a stepchild. And I talked to the tooth that was all alone on the very back. And I said, oh, we're having a brother tooth come. So basically, I'm waiting. A year goes by. Everything feels fine. So I go to this oral surgeon. He's going to uncover the little piece of skin that has grown over, take an x-ray, see if I grew enough bone. And boy, did I grow bone. When he's trying to uncover it and put the top of the screw on to get ready for the crown, he's like drilling and drilling. I'm like, this is so unusual. And I said, what's going on? He goes, you grew so much bone. He had to actually spend time to uncover a piece of machinery in my mouth. And I think I could have probably had it done at 6 months. I grew so much bone. And how is that possible? How is it possible that I could do that? I think because I talked to my body and let the body know I loved it. And we're going to grow bone, and thank you, jaw, and grow bone so we can hold that new brother tooth coming really well. And that's the main part. And then I went to the dentist, and I'm getting ready to have this implant put on. And she says, oh no, the tooth in the back had come crawling closer. They had actually moved in closer. And I had to wait and get temporary orthodontics just to hold that tooth out. And I'm like, too bad I didn't know ahead of time to let that tooth number 15 by itself to stay where it was. Because of course the tooth wanted to migrate toward all of its brother and sister teeth and close that gap. So I had to orthodontics. I had to wait a few more months, more talking to my body. And I was just like, I just want to get this done with. And the tooth got scooched over a bit. And now I have all of these teeth. The crown went on beautifully. The doctor did a really, really good job. And I just want to thank all the doctors and people who work in this level. But I want to thank my body, that my body was willing to listen to me and know that it was loved, and that it grew so much beautiful bone, and that the body accepted this implant. And I have a crown on that area. So this is really significant that we can do this. We can talk to our bodies. We can let our bodies know what's going on, that we love it. And of course, call in the angels and put protection around the experience. And I've made a podcast and YouTube video about putting protection around ourselves and surgeries and jobs and things like that. So I just hope this has helped you. And it's always okay, no matter what happens with our beautiful bodies. They're doing the best they can, and we always honor and love them. And we never say my bad tooth or my bum arm or anything. We always honor and respect. So thank you. And let me know if there's anything else that you would like to find out about. Blessings. Thank you. Thank you. This has been a Connecting to Spirit podcast with your host, Susan Norton. If you like what you heard, visit us at connectingtospirit.com/podcast for more listening adventures. Blessings. Oh.